We are not going to get to human-level AI by just scaling up LLMs. This is just not going to happen. It's a system with a gigantic memory and retrieval ability, not a system that can invent solutions to new problems. If you think that we're going to get to human-level AI by just training on more data and scaling up LLMs, you're making a mistake. So if you're an investor and you invested in a company that told you we're going to get to human-level AI and PhD level by just training on more data and with a few tricks, I don't know if you're going to use your shirt, but that was probably not a good idea.
What is the most efficient computational thing in the world? It's our brains. And when you think about what our brain does and what we're capable of with very little energy that we utilize is truly game-changing. Take full advantage of sparsity. If things are not changing, we just don't compute on it, and just kind of not overthink the things that you don't need to do, and not brute force, because that's the way traditional computing was. It's just compute on everything all the time. Compute only on the important elements. The fact that when an NP is not in use, or they just aren't turned on. So instead of all these things firing all the time, when they're not being used, they just shut down.
In other words, instead of storing a single bit, a 1 or a 0, which they can do, they can actually store many analog memory or analog pieces of data. The calculation is performed entirely inside the memory where the memristors reside. And so that saves dramatically in terms of chip size, circuit configuration, the amount of energy that's spent in trying to move the data around. So it turns out that memristors are ideally suited for this particular application. And now that this application is becoming very important and very expensive, now there's a commercial driver to make memristors successful.